Welcome to the regular City Council meeting for the City of Tupelo for August 1st, 2023. At this time, we'll have the invocation, and I will be leading the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance from Councilmember Lynn Bryan. If you would, please stand. Father, for this day, we are thankful that we have the privilege of living in this city, in this state, in this country, and we ask your blessings on this meeting, and we would honor you in things that we say and do. Forgive us of our failures in life, and in the name of your Son Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Please place the flag, salute, pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time I call on Councilwoman Nettie Davis to confirm or amend the agenda and the agenda order.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the confirmation or amendment to the agenda and the agenda order.
Second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor? Proclamations, recognitions, and report agenda. Proclamations, Mayor. Don't have any. Recognition of Boy and Girl Scouts. None available. Employee recognition.
We do have one. David Lee, come on up, please. With sincere appreciation, the City of Tupelo recognizes David Lee for the Tupelo Fire Department for 25 years of dedicated employment.
Public recognition in the matter of an annual report of Police Advisory Board by Mr. Bill Allen.
Present a copy of the report to you, Mr. Chairman, for the record.
Thank you.
First, let me start out by introducing some of the council board members that are here with us. We have Ron Richardson back here from Ward 7, Bob Bone, who's at large. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think I missed anybody else. The ordinance that established the board was approved on 27 June 2017. It does require an annual report to the City Council on the activities of the board. So this report is for June 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023. So we completed our 6th year on 27 June 2023. Since some of you council members were not at the time on the board at the time that the board was established, I think it was significant, and I want to cover some of the functions and duties that are outlined in the ordinance that we are responsible for. First is to act in an advisory capacity between the community and the police department to help promote community awareness, understanding, and involvement of police programs and services. Second, provide an avenue to identify problems and address opportunities for improvement from the community to the police department. Third, advocate quality in law enforcement by promoting education and training of all police department personnel and volunteers. Fourth, have developed partnerships between the community and the police department in an effort to identify more opportunities for improvement. And fifth, to assist the police department with strategic plannings and goals and to recommend strategies for the future. As can be seen from these duties, we're not an oversight board. We're there to foster an avenue outside of the police department to better educate the citizens on programs and services for the police department and serve as a means for citizens to voice concerns. As a reminder to the committee board, the advisory board spent the first year in existence primarily conducting training in addition to those members who were enrolled to complete the Citizens Police Academy. To ensure that all the board members were up to speed, we did this and enjoyed it very much. At the time, Deputy Chief Alan Gilbert oversaw the training conducted, and it was outstanding. We all gained a great deal of knowledge from his leadership. Currently, all members of the board have completed the Citizens Police Academy. Any new appointments will attend the next session that we have coming up. Having completed the academy with the wealth of knowledge we gained there, along with the understanding of the Tupelo Police Department existing policies and procedures, each board member is well equipped to answer questions from the public since they have a better understanding of the law of the Tupelo Police Department. Of course, we do not know all the answers, and we have the chief and deputy chief who are more than willing to assist as necessary to get an answer for us. To date, we have had 5 formal requests from citizens to utilize our policy to address the board. 2 involved in arrest, and the citizen backed out in both cases. And 3 were recommended that the board be dissolved if they did not feel it was effective and that it was not an oversight board. In addition, we review all complaints filed and the internal investigation results that are done by the police department and any corrective action that is taken through the existing complaint policy and procedure of the Tupelo Police Department, which is excellent. The PowerPoint presentation that I developed continues to be available to introduce the Tupelo Citizens Police Advisory Board, and each board member has a copy of that to use as they so desire and deem appropriate. Collectively, we have attended every neighborhood association meeting in the city. In addition, several of us have attended other related public meetings. All comments received from citizens regarding the police department have been addressed to the chief in our meetings, and appropriate actions have been taken in all instances. Most of the comments are regarding traffic violations such as speeding, running stop signs, etc. Such things as extra patrols have been provided where deemed appropriate by the command staff to remedy these problems. In addition, the members of the board have been utilizing the chief's monthly report to the board that covers all the statistics for the previous month to better inform the citizens at their local meetings. Many citizens are amazed at the activity and had no idea of what these officers experience each day and over the course of a month. With the city broken down into 7 zones and only 1 police officer assigned to each zone, plus a backup, a supervisor, and a shift commander, it's amazing what these officers get done and accomplished in a day's time. This report also includes the activities of the other sections such as narcotics, CID, special operations, animal control, EOD, etc. We're also available for backup. Also have available for backup the patrol to back up the patrol division. I'll get that spit out in a minute. Calls for service to the Tupelo Police Department average $6,500 per month. That's 210 a day. Think about that. We will continue the community involvement type efforts with the help of Captain White, currently the Tupelo Police Department COP coordinator. We'll be able to continue to make ourselves known and hopefully continue to receive constructive feedback to pass on to the chief to improve what is already an outstanding police department. We started recognizing the men and women of the Tupelo Police Department with certificates of appreciation and certificates of merit for their good accomplishments and their acts of heroism. We feel that this was an excellent way to give recognition to the officers and employees of the Tupelo Police Department as a positive reinforcement for others to see. In our opinion, we can never thank these officers enough for putting their lives on the line every day. They go to trouble and danger, not away from it, and in most cases, they don't have any idea what they're getting into. We currently have 3 vacant authorized slots for the board members. They are in wards 1, 3, and 5. Ron Richardson from Ward 7 and myself, the mayoral appointee, we're due to rotate off on the 18th of January 2024 as our extended, and I quote, extended second term will expire. And that was, of course, due to COVID. Mayor Jordan recently appointed Bob Bond as the vice chair, and I would recommend to the mayor that he would move Bob up to chair as I leave, as he has served previously on the board. We look forward to continuing to collaborate with Chief John Quackwell. Chief Quackwell has been very incredibly supportive for the board and has injected some of his ideas to help improve the working of the board. We recently held working sessions and are in the process of reassessing ourselves to produce ways to improve our visibility and encourage more input from the members of the community. We will continue to review and discuss these possibilities in the months to come. The first step is returning to monthly meetings, and we're asking for the council to approve that for that purpose. We'll be requesting possibly additional changes to the ordinance in the future to facilitate our needs to improve. We received approval from the council to make changes that we recommended to our attendance policy, and we'll be following that policy in the future. Even though we're all volunteers, we must be willing to make the necessary commitments to function according to our taskings as outlined in the ordinance. I ask that when you're making appointments to the board, that each of you make sure that the individual's willingness to participate and attend the meetings and do the required functions is a primary factor in your decision on the choice that you make. We've changed our meeting time to 5:30 p.m. on the second Thursday evening of the month to better accommodate those members we have who are working. I invite all of you council members to attend one of our board meetings as you have the available time, and to offer suggestions on ways that we can better improve our mission as a board. Feel free to contact me with any questions or comments that you may have. I'll be glad to address any questions you may have right now.
I have one question. You mentioned the second Thursday. I thought I had heard it was the third Thursday. Is the second correct?
Second, yeah. I've got some dead gum many meetings, I get confused myself. It's the second Thursday of each month.
And the attendance requirements is what, how many?
If they miss 2 consecutive meetings or duly called meetings, then they're subject to be removed from the board.
2 consecutive, okay.
That's it in general. Now, there are excused absences that we put in there. Someone obviously is going to be on vacation, they're sick, or ill, or they have a job, they're out of town with a job or something like that. It's not so strict that you can't do it. And that's if they don't, give notice. It's very much similar to the things that we work with in industry and other companies that you have, where if you give notice and you let somebody know that you're out, then usually it's considered an excused absence rather than an unexcused absence. So we're talking about 2 unexcused absences.
And then the academy is how long of a period of time?
When I took it, it was 13 weeks. Now, I think they've dropped it down now to where it's, Chief, is it,
Yeah, we have eliminated a lot of it to make it easier for people to go through it, and now maybe 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks then? It was 13 weeks when we took it. And of course, we were the very first group to go through it. And we probably were the guinea pigs in trying to get that done. It was
Okay.
very good. But it's about 6 or 8 weeks, and you'll be surprised. I had a lot of training in my military career and my civilian career, but that's some of the best training that I've ever gone through. It's the knowledge that I gained from that and the insight that it gave me on the things that this police department does. We have a certified police department. Very few people in the state do that, and a lot of people don't realize that. And these guys and gals do a great job. And it's just our job to get that known to the public. Now, are we perfect? No, nobody's perfect.
I think I've got a good candidate, as I told you that while
Yeah,
ago.
we were talking earlier, it's going to be for Ward 5.
Ward
so
5.
You can follow the process and get
Yeah.
the board to approve and be glad to welcome them to the board.
So on the, when you go to the police training academy, how many miles do you have to run on that?
We're lucky Miss Nettie didn't even have to shoot the pistol. She was in the same class I was in.
Okay.
Let's get it going.
Any more questions? Thank you, Bill.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Appreciate y'all's help.
We will continue with public recognition, starting with Chad.
I have none.
I would like to congratulate the Tupelo Aquatic Center for once again hosting over 300 swimmers to the Southern Zone Swim Meet last weekend, and all the volunteers that it takes to bring that to be. It's just, it's a lot of work, not for just the Aquatic Center, but for other people that volunteer and people from the city that volunteer as well. I just want to mention that there were the Southern Zone is comprised of Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, and West Virginia. So we probably had swimmers representing most of those states, and that's quite an honor for us to be able to do that.
Ms. Rhodes?
I would just like to hope and wish the kids a safe return back to school as they return to school this week.
Mr. Palmer?
I'd like to second what Janet said, and we have some road work that needs to be done, but I thought the city handled it very well. So it was a real nice meeting.
Lynn?
Just to let everybody know that Tupelo was well represented at the Scouts National Jamboree 2 weeks ago in West Virginia. They had about a dozen scouts from Tupelo that went up there and had a good time. The bears were out and it was hot, so but they all survived. And the other thing is that next Tuesday is countywide and statewide elections. Don't forget to go vote August the 8th. Polls open at 7, I believe, and close at 7. So.
Ms. Nagg?
There are 3 things I wanted to lift up tonight, and one of them is congratulating the group that worked with the Lee Williams Festival at the Furniture Market. It was very successful, and one of our own who worked for the city of Tupelo, Otha James, was very much involved in it, and we'd like to thank everybody for supporting that. And then I would like to mention the open house and ribbon cutting that will be held at Park Hill Dynasty tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'd like to invite the whole community to come. Mr. Mayfield, who has taken this project and made really a premier event center out of it, and we just like to see everybody come and see the building, and we just really proud of it and excited. The community is excited about it because it is it has a rich history in the community, and we're happy to see it back going. And then I'd just like to congratulate our counselor, a legal counsel, for getting married, Ben and Jackie, and we wish you a lot of luck on your new marriage.
Thank you, Ms. Nettie.
That took place, I think, last week or week before.
Week before.
Okay, so they got about almost a 2-week anniversary of marriage.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nettie. I would like to recognize representative that's here tonight, Elizabeth Clark, who represents Butler Snow, and they handle the bonds for the city of Tupelo. Thank you for joining us. And I would also second the recognition of Mr. Logan for sporting a new ring. Mayor?
Being any public recognition you want to give?
No, that's fine. Thank you, Mayor.
Just want to recognize Alicia Faulkner. Alicia did a backpack drive, and I believe, was it this morning, this morning they gave away 100 backpacks to kids going back to school. So, also CBB board meeting today. They were showing the numbers on our July with the swim meets, and normally at a slow time we were very busy in July, and August seems to be the same way, and we are going to, I want to see all the council here plus Buddy. We're hosting the first ever professional bodybuilding championship in Mississippi, August 11th. So I want to make sure everybody's there.
You entered?
No.
Mayor, when you say council plus Buddy, does that mean he's not part of the council?
Including Buddy. That's all.
This time we'll close the regular meeting and open the public agenda. And the public agenda, public hearings, and a matter of public hearings for lot mowing. Is anyone here to speak to lot mowing? In the matter of public hearings for the 2024 budget, anyone here to speak to the 24 budget? That's you.
Thank you. I only do it once a year. I get confused every year. Well, thank y'all for having us. I brought an army with me. Miss Pam, Richard Babb, who's on our board, and then my boy Caleb. Thank y'all so much for making his day to day and his week by letting him be involved. But my name's Robbie Parham. I'm the director of the rehab center. Been director there for over 9 years now, and just very proud to be there and be a part of such a great organization. Number one, I need to thank the city of Tupelo and everybody who lives in the city of Tupelo. There would not be a rehab center if it wasn't for y'all, and we do not take that lightly, and we greatly appreciate it. Our mission, we're still providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, early intervention services, and dyslexia services, doing that for all ages, and not charging for our services, nor charging insurance or Medicaid, and plan to continue that as well. Just a couple of things that I wanted to mention that we're really proud about is that this past year, we saw the most people we ever have in 1 year. We saw 1,629 people at the rehab center. There were people who represented 23 different counties. We even had some counties from Alabama as well as Tennessee of people that came over to get our services this past year. We've got the largest staff we've ever had in over 6 years. In fact, we were just hired a couple more therapists that would make 29 staff members for the Regional Rehab Center. And I know Mr. Red Raspberry and Ms. Kay would be very proud of that. We appreciate them because we stand on their shoulders. But some of the things that I want to make sure you guys know is that, number one, if you know of anybody that needs our help, don't hesitate to give me a call personally. Number two, if you ever, I know all y'all have been to the rehab center, but if you'd ever like to come and meet some of our new therapists or take a tour, see firsthand what the money's being invested into here in our city, we welcome that, and we would be honored for you to be there. Just let me know. We'd let you come through anytime, and we'd love to see you there. One thing I would like to mention too, a new thing that we did a couple weeks ago, one of our biggest departments that we've been growing tremendously in is our dyslexia department. And so 2 weeks ago, we had our first dyslexia summit at the Cadence Conference Center. We didn't know what to expect. First time we've ever done anything like that. Very nervous about it. But we ended up having over 200 people attend. And we planned on doing that every year. That was a free event. We didn't charge anything. The only thing we did charge was $15 because we offered CEUs for educators that we had to pay that as well. So that's why we charged that. But it was a free event, and we were honored to be able to do that. We plan to continue to do that next year. We're just going to continue to grow on that. There were people who represented all the way that came from Pearl, Mississippi up to Tupelo for that event. So we just know there's a huge need in that area, and we want to do all we can to be a part of that. I've asked Ms. Pam to say a few words. She's a lot better speaker than I am just about the rehab center. So I've asked her to just come and say some words for us.
So good evening to everyone. Like I said, my name is Pam Hadley. I became familiar with regional rehab actually through United Way because I would be on the funds distribution committee, and so regional rehab was one of the organizations that we would go in and just kind of look at and everything. And so I became familiar with Ms. Kay Matthews, and actually I remember my daughter was in high school and she wanted to be in physical therapy, and so I asked Ms. Kay if she could come and just shadow her, and she was like, yeah, sure, she can come and shadow me, just let me know when. My daughter never did do it though, but actually my daughter, I'm just going to shout out to her, she is actually physical rehab specialist with Duke University Hospital currently, so she got what she needed. But my grandson, my first grandson, he is 3 years old, and when he was 12 months old, of course, we're thinking, well, he should be talking. We talk to him all the time. He should be talking. He wasn't talking. So 15 months, he wasn't talking. 18 months, he wasn't talking. We were like, okay, what is going on? So I started, I heard about autism, and so I kind of started looking at things, reading up on autism to see what characteristics they had. And I saw that he was experiencing some of those characteristics. Now, he has never been tested for autism. However, we did know about regional rehab. And I had known about Robbie through Kiwanis as well. So, my daughter was, she took him talk to regional rehab and got him in there. And his first teacher was Miss Cammie. He was probably about 2 years old. He was like maybe right after he turned 2, because he actually did not start speaking until he was 2 years old. Now, we worked with him probably from the time he was 6 months old with ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and everything. And so when he started speaking, he honestly was saying his ABCs. He knew his 1, 2, he could probably count to 20. But he was just really, there was no socialization with him whatsoever. We could call his name and he was ignoring us, and we're like, okay, does he hear? But we knew he heard. But then Miss Cammie she would bring him in, she would just kind of sit on the floor with him, just let him kind of roll around and see what he wanted. But she would see things that he would be really interested in, and she would really, focus on those things for him. And so his speech started developing more. And then when he was 2, he started going to, he got with Miss Natalie. And so Miss Natalie has been working with him, because he's 3 now. Miss Natalie has been working with him, and he's doing an amazing job with her. At 3 years old, when he turned 3, he said a 7-word sentence, and we were just absolutely just woo yay, because he wouldn't say 2 or 3 words like at one time. And so he had his birthday cake, and we were trying to get him to blow out the candles of his birthday cake, and he kept backing away because of the candles. I think the fire was kind of scaring him. But finally he said, "I don't want to blow them out." And we were like, yay! because he actually said that total phrase. And so now he's talking more. He is honestly right now EC, or he may have left, but anyway, ECEC, being registered to go to ECEC this year. He will be 4 in August, August 19th. And they have told us that he is probably going to be in the top 10 percentile of his class. But he just really has to continue to get that socialization. But the regional rehab has been absolutely wonderful. Have not charged us a thing. I keep seeing that donor wall every time I go in there, and I'm just like, I love that. So maybe when they're going to be up there. But thank you. But I do appreciate regional rehab. Yes.
Thank you so much. Last thing I'll share, the only thing we need if somebody needs help is for physical therapy and occupational therapy, is a doctor's prescription. That's all we need. For speech and dyslexia, it's just an application. There's no sliding scale fee. We see individuals who might be suffering financially to individuals who might have a 2-person income, but they ran out of so many visits on their insurance, but still needed help. So if you know of anybody that needs us, don't hesitate to give us a call. But thank y'all so much for all y'all do for us. We greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Appeals, we have no appeals that I'm aware of. Citizens hearings, we don't have any citizens hearing. We'll close the public agenda and open the regular session. On the action agenda, routine agenda, the matter of approval of minutes of July 18, 2023 council meeting.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All in favor? 5, in the matter of bill pay, tonight the bills were paid by Lynn Bryan, Buddy Palmer, Nettie Davis, and myself. Do I have a motion?
I move that we pay the bills.
Second.
A motion and second. All in favor of paying the bills? 6, in the matter of advertising and promotional items, Ms. Hannah, I think we have one item for the Lee County Courier for, I forgot what it's for.
Back to school.
Back to school. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor? In the matter of 2 new bank accounts for state funds, Ms. Hannah?
I'm going to recuse myself.
She's going.
Okay.
I move that we would accept the 2 new bank accounts, state funds at this time.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. Ms. Kim?
Yes, we received, from the state of Mississippi, we received an award for 2 separate projects. They require 2 separate bank accounts. The Ballard Park improvement, we received $500,000. As soon as we receive that, this bank that will go into this bank account, we'll hold those funds until they're depleted. The same thing with the railroad improvement program. That's the second one. That was $4.6 million, and that will be held in the second bank account until those funds have been depleted.
Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. You got Janet back. 8, in the matter of amending Police Advisory Board Ordinance Chapter 2, Section 2-266 for the City of Tupelo Code of Ordinances.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Mr. Logan, do you need to discuss that?
Mr. President, that is the amendment to the Police Advisory Board ordinance that our Chairman Allen had explained earlier in his presentation to the council. And we fixed that up so that they can meet monthly again.
Any discussion? All in favor? On items 9 through 25, these these deal with ARPA funds. I'm going to ask Abby if she would give an overview of these projects. And we do have to vote on each one separately. I will mention, however, just the number and ask for a motion and a second on each item by number rather than reading each one after the overview. Abby?
Okay. So the city of Tupelo submitted to round 1 and 2 of the Mississippi Municipality and County Water Infrastructure Grant Program, and we were awarded all 17 of our projects during round 2. The MCWI program provides matching funds to eligible entities for making necessary investments in water, wastewater, and stormwater infrastructure. So Tupelo's $9.4 million in ARPA funding will be matched for a total of about $18 million for these 17 water infrastructure projects. The agreements before you tonight are between the City of Tupelo and the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality, and I'm asking the council to approve these agreements and authorize the mayor to sign these agreements.
Anyone have a question for Abby before we start on the projects? Okay, do I have a motion for item number 9?
So moved. Second.
Get that? Sure. Motion and a second. All in favor? Number 10. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
A motion and a second. All in favor? Item number 11.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 12.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Item number 13.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Number 14.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion and second. All in favor? Item number 15.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 16.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Item number 17.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 18.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? This is fun. Item number 19.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Item 20.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Item number 21.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 22.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 23.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 24.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 25.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Item number 26, in the matter of TRA minutes of January 19 and May 30, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor? Item number 27, in the matter of review approved properties for lot mowing.
Move to approve the properties for lot mowing.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Item 29, in the matter of bid approval, Van Buren Avenue.
You skipped 28.
I skipped 28. In the matter of review approved liens for lot mowers.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? 29, in the matter of bid approval of Van Buren Avenue drainage improvements, bid number 2023-032 Public Works, July 2023.
I move that we approve this bid.
Second.
Any discussion? Chuck, we're okay? All in favor? Item number 30, in the matter of bid approval for 6-month supply of hot mix 2023 -031 PW, July 2023.
Move to, go ahead. I move to approve the bid for the 6-month Spy Hot Mix.
Second.
Chuck, would you give us an update on that one, please?
Yes, sir, this is just a routine bid we do twice a year for our pickup. This is what we pick up every day, do the potholes, the aprons, the dig outs, stuff like that. It's actually went down a little bit. It was $115 back in January. Now it's down to $110 and $100. And we'll do it again in January for that month.
Any questions? All in favor? Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.
31, in the matter of approval of Cadence Bank Arena minutes of June 19, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? 32, in the matter of a resolution finding and determining that the resolution adopted on June 20, 2023 was duly published as required by law, that no sufficient protest described in said resolution has been filed by the qualified electors of the city, and authorizing the issuance of said bonds and or bond.
I move that we would approve this resolution.
Second.
Motion and a second. Mr. Ben?
We discussed this yesterday. We had adopted a resolution to declare our intent to issue bonds up to $20 million. We had to advertise to the public so that they could, if they so wished, could file a reverse referendum on that. I trust that we had no protest, and we did not. And so we're now ready to issue those bonds, or at least go forward with the issuance of those bonds at a later date.
Anybody have a question? All in favor? 33, in the matter of acceptance of a donation of Rabbit Drive to be used as a public right-of-way for vehicular and pedestrian ingress and egress and use and maintenance.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Mr. Reed?
Before you is an order pertaining to the acceptance of the donation of Rabbit Drive that we discussed during executive session last meeting. This would allow us to be able to go in and make the necessary improvements to the street and enhance the usability of that road.
Are there any questions for Mr. Reed? All in favor? This time we'll close the regular session and open the study agenda. We have no items on the study agenda. We need a motion to determine the need for an executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? We need a motion to enter executive. Ben, you want to?
Yeah, Council, Mr. President, we have a matter of personnel matter in the administrative department, which is a proper subject for executive session.
Who we need available for that meeting?
Mayor, Scott, Stephen, Don, Kim, Neil?
No.
No Neil?
No, Neil.
Okay, all right. Let me get somebody else so we don't tip anything off there. That'll be it.
I move that we go in executive session.
Second.
Motion and a second to enter executive session. All in favor?